We're starting any time now.
Are you using this as well, or is this all me?
That's all you.
All right, I'm going to pull a little closer.
Pull a little closer to you. Get comfortable.
All right. I've been trying my whole life. Can't get comfortable. There we are. Oh, watch me do a little extends.
Do some extends.
Great for boners.
Yeah.
You can get extends. It's at fucking 7-Eleven.
Can you really?
Yeah. So if you ever have a boner problem, Gage, feel free to get that. Feel free to get that extends.
Well, we just started the show because I definitely want that to be the beginning of the show. Mark making fun of our producer Gage and his impotency problems.
Hey, I had a problem. I have a problem where if I like the girl, I can't get it up.
Really?
Yeah, if I really truly have a crush and like her and connect, I can't get it up. But if it's some random scallywag, I'm hard as a rock.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I guess I got connection issues.
Wow. So if you're truly in love with a girl and it gets to that moment, you're like, ah.
Yeah. Oh, nothing.
It means I really like you. Don't take it the wrong way.
So it's a mixed message for the whore, because she's like, "What the hell? I thought you liked me." I'm like, "I do. That's why I'm a squishy accordion down there."
A squishy, a jellyfish attached to.
Yeah, I guess they're all squishy.
Yeah, they're all squishy.
It's a little redundant.
When was the last time you got a boner pill?
Boner pill? Mm-hmm. I thought you said boner bill.
A boner bill? When was the last time you had a boner bill?
That's a good bill. I think that was a Clinton interview. Yeah, gee, I had one. I jerked off before I came here.
Did you really?
Oh, but you said pill. I haven't. It's been a while.
You had Awaken, Jake?
I went out, got breakfast. I hated myself, and then I rubbed one out because there's so many skanks in this town. Beautiful, beautiful gash all over the Sunset Boulevard. It's bananas out there.
I mean, yeah, it is.
It's great. I mean, New York, obviously. I live in New York, and there's a lot of lovely femininas. But in L.A., it's like lights out.
Well, they dress way differently here. I noticed from when I visit New York is you guys have like a true like business district where you're like, oh, these are women.
Oh yeah, pantsuit.
They're pantsuits. Their dresses like all the way down like past the knee, like with like boots and everything, dressed for winter. Really professional, and it's like attractive in a very different way. And then you get out here in LA, and it's just like no clothing.
Yes, the short shorts, the cutoffs, the tiny tee. It's cuckoo, and I'm not complaining. They're just out there. I'd hate to be a father.
Yeah. A lot of disappointments running around here out in LA.
Isn't that weird? When you're a dad and you have a daughter, you're just making someone that other people get to fuck.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And then they have a kid. I mean, they do other things as well, but basically, if you boil it all down, that men are just sacks of jizz and ladies are just holes. All right. This is all getting out of hand. I'm saying we're both objects.
The thing that I'm trying to say is that if you're a lady, you just get dumped in.
Yeah. Well, you could pull out.
Yeah.
But you could dump in also. Yeah, good point.
It's true.
So, but I'm not saying, I don't want to say that women are just holes. Obviously, they're not just holes.
No, they have their brains with holes.
Yes. And we have holes as well.
Yeah,
I got a
many holes.
Big balloon knot back there.
Oh, really?
Oh,
it's a mess back there, huh?
Oh, with the hair and the dingleberry. I'm all over the road. Sorry, I'm hungover and gay.
No, I love what's happening right now.
Yeah, really. Well, I did the Rogan pod. You got to be kind of like, you got to be on and ready and talk about anything and open for anything. But here, I can just be me more.
Yeah, I like. It's funny. I have a lot of comics come on the show. They're like, "What is this show exactly?" I'm like, whatever like normal conventional interview show that you're used to. Throw that right out.
I love it. I hate convention.
Right?
I used to live in a convent.
Really?
No, I'm joking.
Of course not.
Nuns. That would be, God, what an idiot. Nuns are so stupid. You're wasting your whole existence on some fake deity? Blow me. Penguin?
Did you just say blow me to a nun?
Yeah, they could use a little excitement.
Oh, no, one of the sisters is calling into the show right now.
Uh-oh.
Excuse me, is this Mr. Normand?
This is he.
Yes, did you just say blow me to the nuns?
Yeah, come on, take off that habit and suck on this crucifix.
Okay, I don't appreciate your wordplay with, with Jesus Christ. I don't think it's funny whatsoever. And I think you may be burning in hell very soon there.
I'm sure I will be, but in the meantime, get a little communion wafer in you.
What do you mean by communion wafer? I did it earlier in the week. Yes, I took communion. What do you mean by that?
You know, put me in your mouth. A little holy water will do you good. Swallow it, you fucking douche.
Did you just call me my name is Sister Agnes. I've been with the church for 47 years, okay? I gave my life over to Jesus Christ, and I don't appreciate you making a mockery out of my religion.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. You gave your life away to some fake book. Come on, you retard. Let's get kooky.
You just called me a retard. I am a nun. I am a sister of the Lord, and I don't appreciate you throwing these slurs my way.
Well, hey, how about you forgive me, skank?
Okay, I will forgive you. I'm going to forgive you so hard you have no idea.
Yeah, bring it, bitch. Bring the paddle.
You are really making me channel my inner goodness right now, and remembering what the Lord told me to do is to forgive, turn the other cheek.
Yes, yeah, well, let's see that cheek.
Okay, you don't have to take everything I say and make it sexual, okay?
Sorry. Praise Allah.
That's a different religion altogether.
Well, how come that one's no good, but yours is good? Doesn't that feel a little biased?
I mean, we just feel that ours is the correct one, yes.
The correct one. Ooh, I don't know. That's fighting words. You're going to have an ISIS coming through here in a minute.
Okay, well, peace be with you, and I hope that you find the Lord.
And also with you.
Wow, you really triggered a collective body of the Catholic Church with statements. One of the things on the show, I don't know if you know this, but it has a pretty wide reach. It's very similar to the Joe Rogan Experience.
Oh, shit.
Where, a lot of different people listen to it, and anybody can call in at any moment. So you might want to keep that in mind.
All right.
Depending on, who, maybe you might want somebody calling into the show, or, maybe not, like what just happened.
Well, maybe a priest will hear it and pull his dong out of that kid. All right. I'm having are the cameras on?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know the cameras were on.
Oh, Mark, we actually started a while ago.
Oh, I thought we were just dicking around.
Oh, no. Yeah, I actually, whenever I invite people to hang out, I'm like, just put on these headphones. I never tell them they're on a podcast.
Yeah. I'm going to throw these on just for a little anonymity.
Hey, I just want to say, I don't know what just happened, but you put on sunglasses and you started looking really cool all of a sudden.
Thank you. Yeah,
you're doing a lot of finger guns for those audio listeners out there.
Yes, you got that right. Sorry. I feel like if I was blind, the sunglasses is a perk.
Mm-hmm.
You get to wear them inside, and it's allowable. What do you call it? It's okay.
It's not looked down upon.
Yeah. Larry David once said, the only people who wear sunglasses inside are blind people and assholes. And today I'll be the asshole.
Do you watch Curb?
He's my hero, Larry David.
Oh yeah,
number one favorite. I love him. I love his stuff, his show, his act. I love Seinfeld. I love his whole sexy demeanor.
So I was at a Hollywood party, and my wife was with me, and she comes up to me, she goes, "I just met LD."
What?
I go, like it like. I didn't know, like, in the context of who she was talking about, because he's only referred to LD in his show.
Sure.
And I go, LD, what are you talking about? She goes, Larry David.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Wow. It was one of those, like, comedian parties where, like, random, like, huge comics were showing up, and I was like, oh, this is wild.
Wow, crazy. He's still, he's like 79 or whatever, or 72. It's crazy. He's still going to parties.
Oh yeah.
That is wacky.
I mean, dude, he's got to find material to have problems with things, right?
Yeah, I guess he always says you got to get out of the house.
You got to get out of the house.
And I think he's single now, so he's probably...
he's on the prowl, man.
Yeah. I met him once at Amy Schumer's wedding. We said hello. She introduced me, but he was like 10 feet away, and we did like a hello
One
wave.
Of these. Yeah.
And I could just tell he was cool and funny, and when I pulled up to the wedding, they had made you get in line in your car to like park, and he was behind me, and I saw him in my rearview mirror, and him and the valet were like going at it through the window, and I was like, I'm watching a Curb app right behind me. This is unreal. He's my hero. He's 10 feet away from me.
Does he drive that BMW still? The mini kind of.
He had a Prius when I saw him.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah,
there you go.
which is also on the show.
Also, yeah.
You come to LA, you get a Prius,
a Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla. Tesla.
That's huge right now.
That's true. Yeah, it's kooky, and then everybody just starts working for Uber eventually.
There's this. Since you love Curb so much, there's this infamous story at the Comedy Store where Jeff Garland brought his new car in to the Comedy Store, and he was telling one of the lot guys like, "Hey, don't scratch my car, okay?"
Yeah.
And then like he gets out, and then he starts seeing the movie. He goes, "You know what? I got it. It's fine. Let me move it." And I guess he backed up and he did it to himself, and you just see him inside hitting
that's
his steering wheel.
Gold.
I mean, it's perfect. It's like literally a Curb episode.
It really is, and that might be the funniest thing he's ever done. All right, sorry, Jeff. He gets it, but that's hilarious. That's too bad you can't do that on stage.
Yeah, right.
But I'm sure he ranted about it. He's kind of
I'm
off
sure.
the cuff guy. He has no real material.
He's very off the cuff. Yeah. I've seen him a bunch of times, and he'll have a couple kind of loose bits, but it's mostly riffing with the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, very ranty.
I could never do that. I could never go waste. I don't want to say waste people's time because people really he's a celebrity, but like. I saw a guy on stage the other day just going like, "Man, I really miss my dad." I'll tell you that. I'm like, you think we give a fuck? You got to make this funny. I have none of that in me. I have such low self-esteem. I'm like, these people are paying. They got a babysitter. We got to bring the heat here.
Yeah.
I don't have any of that confidence of like, I'm just going to riff it up and talk about my day and pontificate. What are you kidding? Come on, you homo. Let's go. Tap dance. Yeah, that's what you got. I mean, this is entertainment. People got a valet for this.
It's true.
Yeah,
pay
but
for
that's
parking.
me. But that's I also have issues with that shit.
What? But but you've done. I will say you've done my show Stand Up on the Spot, and
yes.
you were fantastic at it.
Oh yeah, well thank you. That was a hot show, by the way.
It was fun.
I wish I had filmed that. Gah! But I'm on my feet. I'm fucking freaking out the whole time. Like, keep being funny, say something else. You know,
Yeah.
I want it to go well, and I don't get those people go, "What else is going on?" Don't you hate those comics who go on stage and they go, "What do I want to talk?"
Oh
about?
no, yeah, they go, "What else? What else?"
Yeah, you knew about this all day. We didn't. You didn't get Cosby'd, and then we put you in a burlap sack, and then threw you on the stage. Like, whoa, where am I? Like, you had 9 hours to think about this.
Yeah, I have an issue. I mean, some of it is people's style, I guess, when they do the Notebook thing. But I'm not a fan of that.
No, it's phony.
I'm like, do a show. You're
Yes!
you're like I'm all about the performance. Like if I riff, I have a direction in mind. It's never
Right.
It's never like, well, what should I talk about? It's like, no, I know exactly what I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to try to mine that for as much as I can and get to.
No, I've seen you. You're burning calories up there. You're pulling people. You're singing. You're dancing. You're shucking. You're driving. You're doing voices.
The whole thing.
And I, as a comic, I appreciate it. I'm like, that guy's working.
Trying.
Yeah, we all like it.
So you said you're a huge LD fan.
Love
so
the LD.
I mean, a lot of people are wondering. They're curious because recently, and I was very excited. I'll tell you my point of view when I saw the clip that you posted about Seinfeld mentioning you.
The Mets game.
Yeah, the Mets game.
Unbelievable.
I literally was like sitting. I was like at my office desk chair, and I was like scrolling in between, like doing some writing or something, and that video popped up. I was like, what's Mark posting about today?
Yeah.
And I started watching it, because your caption wasn't like too like, I can't believe this. You know what I mean? It was just kind of like, this cool thing happened.
Right.
It was like a subtle thing, and I was like, oh, what's going on here? And then basically, if you don't know, Seinfeld was asked like, who are some of his favorite up and coming comics, and he said there's this guy named Mark Normand who he hasn't broken through yet, but I think he's going to be huge, and he's my favorite guy right now.
Meant the world to me.
And it's got to be one of those things that's so surreal, because me experiencing it from your friend on an opposite coast, I was just like, yes, one of the guys is getting the recognition they deserve. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks, man. And, you know, we could talk about Netflix specials and HBO all day, or getting your own TV show, which would be huge. But this is such a specific personal gift to me that, like, and my friend Joe List put it well. He's like, the beauty of this is they can't take it away from you. You know, like, this is on video for the whole world to see, recorded. I can put it on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, which I did. But it's just right there, and I can listen to it anytime I want. And it's so funny because I was trying to sell something, and they were like, well, you know, my agents were like, you know, we got to get some clips of of big comics like Amy Schumer and Michael Che and Michelle Wolf, how much they like you. I'm like, well, what about that? And they're like, well, could you get Seinfeld to email Netflix? I'm like, what about the video?
Yeah, what are you talking
Isn't
about?
that enough, you cunts? Like,
Yeah.
what more do you need? These industry quacks are such queefs. I hate them. They're clueless.
The quacks are queefs.
Yeah.
I want to quit.
These twats.
when they quip at me.
They know nothing. Go, get Seinfeld email. What email? This is better. This is him saying it randomly, like on a whim. It's not like we asked him to, you know? So, sorry, I went off on a thing there, but
Oh, it's all right.
yeah, it was pretty mind blowing, and it was actually something your mom cared. My mom was like, "Wow, this is," and my mom doesn't give a shit about anything. So like,
Dude, my mom cared about it too. She actually called me. She's like, "Bubby, did you
that's nice.
did you hear about Normand?"
But it just shows that like it's all comics. Comics, you know, Tony will help you out, or whoever, Rogan. It's all comics who have to like step in and fight for each other.
Yeah, I mean that's the only way we all like kind of rise. and
Yeah,
stuff like
totally.
that.
That's true, because the industry, it's just a finance guy in comedy. You know, he doesn't know what they all go, oh, I love Pryor. No, you don't. Shut up. Give me one bit.
Right, you like him because it's popular to like him.
Exactly. And then they all love Louis, but then when Louis goes to hell, they all go, I never liked him. So it's like, what? You're spineless. You stand for nothing.
Well, that's the thing about like some of the Louis stuff is like people like after what happened. Some people were trying to knock on his comedy. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I hate, because then you're like, okay, well now everything you say is nothing now.
Yeah. And it's all conditional, like a dandelion blowing in the
Right,
wind. Like,
right.
oh, okay, if it blows this direction, then that's the way you're going to follow.
Yes, I'm a big fan, or I don't know what the word is, but I hate trends. I hate, like, I've dressed and had the same look since I was 8. You know what I mean? I got special needs shoes. I got a T-shirt on, a light jacket, a jizz-stained jean, and I got shit in my underwear. And it's the same. I don't care. Like, oh, this is hip. I mean, you know, you get a little of this, a little of that here and there. But like, you know, those hot ladies who wear those clunky white shoes, or like big chunky Fila. Those shoes look fucking stupid, but you're only wearing them because they're in, and then in 2 weeks they won't be in, so you spent $6,000 on these retard clogs, and now you have to just be that. Are you that bankrupt, interesting wise, that you have to buy these shoes to like show, hey, I'm with it, I'm not out to lunch, I'm here, folks, I know what's going on? You don't know what's going on. Make your own shit, be yourself, create something, instead of just, oh, I'll just go, that's what we're doing, that's cool, people like that, all right, I'll do it. So that just shows if you're willing to wear those ridiculous shoes, that means you're willing to go with some ridiculous fad of the time, which is let's ruin this guy's career. Oh, we all hate him? Okay, so you're willing to just go with the flow. It's sheep bullshit. Sorry.
No. All I can think from like I was thinking a viewer might stumble upon, like, what if they clicked forward in the episode and they just see that section? They're like, man, this blind guy has a lot of opinions.
Yeah, this is just the lights are bright and the vodka is really piercing my brain.
Really kicking in.
Yeah.
Well,
coffee's helping.
You are going to love this next segment. It's a newer fan favorite segment of the show. And I didn't tell you about it quite yet because I want you to be genuinely into it. This segment is called Wig.
Kristen.
Nope.
Oh.
The actual wig.
Oh, okay.
Stagehand.
Ooh, look at that. It's
Thank you.
a hairy box.
All right. Yes. Your favorite, a hairy box.
Yeah.
Now, in this box is an assortment of wigs, okay? Now, you're going to pick one for me to put on.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick one for you to put on.
Oh.
And then we're going to figure out who these people are.
Okay.
Okay.
Like a celebrity, or are we gonna just make up a human being?
We're gonna make up a human being.
All
if
right.
it turns into a celebrity, that's fine too. But all right. So I kind of want you. I have one picked out for you
Okay.
that I think will be fun. I kind of want to see this. I kind of want to see what you look like in this.
I don't
and
know what
this.
that is.
This is a beard.
Oh, that's like a ZZ Top.
Yeah.
Got it. I'm more of a ZZ Bottom.
Hey.
Ho ho.
All right. So this is you. And beard is optional. If you want to throw on the beard too.
I'm too lazy. But
All right.
if you want me to do it, I'll do it. But you got to unpack it and semen.
This is good. This is already good.
Huh?
Okay, which one would you like me to put on?
I want you to put on the sexy black short one there.
This one right here?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Short black, like Kevin Hart.
Yeah. Where does that come from, by the way?
What's that?
You sign off. I've seen you sign off, and you actually just did it on the Tonight Show.
Oh, yeah.
Which was really fun.
Thank you.
You said, "I'm Kevin Hart. Good night." Or
Yeah,
something like that.
They hate it, by the way. But
Do they?
Well, for me, it was two things. One, I would bomb so much that I would get annoyed with the crowd and be like, "Oh, you guys don't get me." So I was like, "I'm just gonna say a random name after. I'm not gonna say my own name," and it just kind of stuck. And two, it's kind of a joke. So why not get as many jokes in as you can? So I'll get a joke in on my sign off. You know,
That's a good point.
that's all it is. Like, if we can get more zingers in there, let's do it.
Yeah. More ha-has.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's fun. It's not. I thought it was that's more of a dude wig, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a hot lady, like Bob.
Oh, like a Bob?
Yeah.
No, this is more of like a Bill.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who you look like.
Yeah.
Maybe Adrian Brody a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Huh?
A little bit.
All right.
A little bit.
Who do I look like?
Okay. Okay, this guy, let's see. I think that this guy is the kind of guy who is holding on to his youth. Okay?
A la David Spade.
Could be that.
All right.
Could be that. Doesn't have to be a celebrity. It can be.
Yeah.
I think that this guy is a video game tester.
Oh, all right. I'll give you that. Yeah, I am a virgin.
Okay. And I think this guy is a video game tester. He's holding on to his youth, and he hasn't had sex in 7 years.
Wow.
Okay, that's what I'm getting from this guy right here. He's
Okay.
trying real hard though.
All right. All right.
All right.
Now-
And
oh,
what does this vibe give you? This do?
I also want to add that I'm in a cover band. I'm in a Matchbox 20 cover band.
I love it.
It's called Zippo 19.
Zippo 19.
Yeah.
Great.
And- okay, so you look like a Lyft driver who also works at the Hollywood Bowl tearing tickets.
Okay.
And you love K-pop for some reason. You got a weird guilty pleasure about K-pop. You know, Korean pop.
Yo, no, no, I love it.
And you love Subway sandwiches. You can't get enough of that foot long.
Okay.
And you're questioning your sexuality.
Okay.
You're curious. You
Okay.
might be bi. You've jerked off to Ryan Gosling, but you've never actually had a gay experience.
Okay, great. Perfect. So
And you're a crier.
this is
John Cryer.
okay, so this is the situation. You said I'm a Lyft driver. I'm picking you up to actually you're headed to a video game convention. You're
All right.
about to review some of the newest video games, and I'm a little bit of a too talkative of a Lyft driver.
Okay.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Oh, boy. Now they have the small talk option.
I saw that.
I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I like to think my bit I had a bit about it, and then it happened.
Then it happened.
So, but yeah, all right. Sorry. Coffee.
Hi. Is this for Reginald?
You got that right, bitch. Reggie here. Reginald's my father.
I'd like to go by Reginald. Okay.
Reggie.
Reggie. Sorry.
Yes.
Reggie.
Thank you.
Okay. So where you? I see the address. Where you headed today, huh?
Heading to the old video game convention. Yeah, the new Red Dead Call of Duty Redemption is out.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Halo.
I've heard of that.
Fortnite.
Sounds kind of intriguing.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a doozy. I already got carpal tunnel, and yeah, I'm going to die alone.
My grandma had carpal tunnel. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. So, well, you know, she's old.
Hey, what kind of music would you like me to put on? You look like you're in a band.
You got it right. Yeah, I'm in Zippo 19.
What is that?
It's a Matchbox 20 cover band. Thank you very much.
I mean, not to put you on the spot, would you mind maybe singing one of your
Sure.
cover songs?
And you're gone, baby, I need to come home. That's all. There's a little bit in me and a lot of jizz in you. Something like that.
Wow, you sound a lot like them.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah. They've actually contacted us and threatened to sue.
No,
So they're aware of us.
Oh, wow. Sippo 19 is really making the... Now, I'm curious. Sorry, I keep looking at you in my rearview mirror.
No problem, Clark.
You know, if you said did you say what you're going to this video game center for?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to test it out. They hired me because I'm such a good player.
How do you... Oh, you're a player.
Oh, I'm a player, baby.
You're a bad boy.
Yes. I've got diarrhea. I don't know what that meant. But, yeah, going to the video game, and they got to call me in to, test it out, and I can always beat any game.
Well, what's the test to know if you're good or bad?
Well, I mean, you put it on easy, medium, rock hard. I will beat that game senseless every time.
Tell me what you're going to do to that game.
I'm going to beat the meat.
Oh.
Choke it. Spank it. Twist it. Tweak it. Turn it. Rock it. Sock it.
Bop it.
Bop it.
Whew.
Remember Bop It? What was that thing with the foot on your foot? Skip It. Remember Skip It? Skip it.
Of course
Skip
I do.
It. All right, sorry.
Well, it
stream of
looks like we've arrived.
That was quick, man. That was the quickest ride to San Diego ever.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. Would you care if I took down your information?
Sure. Why don't you? I call my pants my information. Why don't you take them down?
You want me to blow you in this lift right now?
Yes.
I've never done anything like this.
I'll give you a lift. Oh,
I don't know
boy.
if I can go through with this, but I've always
You can do it.
kind of
Clark.
questioned whether or not that. Okay, all right, I'm gonna do it.
Thank you. 5 stars.
Okay,
Just a tip.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Wow, you're really good at it for a guy who pretends he's not a homosexual.
Are those good?
Yeah. Get this guy a cup he can spit in. Thank you. Well,
Is it supposed to happen that fast?
no, I'm just a real loser.
Okay, well, leave me your number, or I guess the.
Oh, no, I'll hopefully never see you again.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye, Clark. Hey.
All
right,
that's all right. It ended with a lift blowjob.
Yeah, I got hard.
Well, that was Wig, everybody.
Yeah, wig. Love a wig.
Love a wig. Oh.
Nice. All right.
Every good improv scenes ends with a blowjob.
Oh, well, you'd hope.
Right?
I think that's why Mad TV got canceled.
Oh,
Isn't
man.
it crazy how much, like, Artie Lang used to be on that. Now he's out of rehab with a weird nose.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's kind of weird to see,
It
honestly.
is.
Because, like, I knew him, and you knew him before it was, like, looking so different.
He looks like
It
a
looks
different person.
and he lost a ton of weight.
Ton of weight, yeah.
I mean, good for him. I think he's like he's clean for the moment, right?
Yeah, well, you hope.
Yeah.
But that's just it's a good life lesson. Like, this guy's on top of the world with Howard Stern, just got plucked to be on the biggest radio show of all time. Now he's selling out Carnegie Hall. He's on the road. He's killing it. He's a millionaire. And then you got to sustain. That's why it's scary to go straight up. You got to, like, just trickle by.
Oh. Yeah, anytime there's sudden spikes, it's always scary.
Always, yeah.
Even though it's just like, we'll see some friends who get those spikes and we're like,
Sure.
good for them, but it's like, I think it's also a little harder on their psyche.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Because all of a sudden you're thrown into this like success where you're like, I've been struggling for so long, and now it's the opposite. Like
Right.
what's like, rather than like, okay, I booked a little part on this thing. Okay, I got a little momentum going with my
Yep.
stand up.
Yep.
Ba, ba, ba.
And I think it's a healthy. Your life has to have some kind of goal, or else you just kind of you malfunction a little bit.
Yeah, because if you're not specific with what you're
Right.
wanting to know what you want to do with your career, then if you start getting fame or whatever, then you're like, oh, what am I even famous for?
Exactly. It's like when people go, Bieber's such a piece of shit. This 19-year-old dweeb is all over. He's running around in a Ferrari and doing ketamine and all. And you're like, what, are you kidding? This guy's got $8 billion. He's, young, and he could bang any cooch on the planet. I would have been way worse. He's nothing compared to what we would have done, or me at least,
Yeah.
I would be climbing the clock tower with a prostitute under my arm and a bag of heroin on the other. Like, why not? Because you you get numb. You got to keep hitting higher, just to feel something.
Yeah, because no matter how, successful you are, like if you are a true stand-up comedian, like every set still matters to a point.
Oh,
like
completely.
It's going to be like, even if you're a millionaire upon millionaire, like if you have a bad set, you're still going to be like, oh, I need to be better.
Yeah.
I
know. And that's the great thing about stand-up is it's never done.
I know, it's never done.
You can even do the special of the year, best special. Oh, now you got to write.
But right after that, like, hey, but what's next?
Exactly.
It's like, oof.
Yeah, it's tough, but it's like the Sisyphus. You're just pushing that. I have syphilis. You're pushing that ball up the hill, the boulder, and then it rolls down. You push it up again. That's life.
I like to think of a guy who's subliminally trying to tell a woman, like through different like teachings, like how many diseases and stuff he has,
right?
like under his breath. So yeah, it's a beautiful. Hey, I just wanted to come by and meet you. I'm your new neighbor, and I touch kids, and I just wanted to bring you these cookies. And
right.
Would you sign this real quick? And
yes, exactly. Yeah, subliminal is the way to go, folks.
Subliminal.
It's a tough word. Good band, Sublime. Remember them?
Yeah, of course.
I was into
I'm
them.
gonna take a wig hair off your.
Thank you.
Your headphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sublime.
What bands did you grow up like? Because somebody told me that you're a skateboarder growing up.
That was my whole life. I was obsessed.
Really?
I would hang out at the skate shop, and all my friends. We would skate from like 9 a.m. to fucking midnight every day.
What was? How far did you get with like skill level?
We got pretty good. I mean, I was doing 360 flips downstairs.
Really?
And, if you do it all day, every day, this is kind of pre-internet. So kids, you just got out of the house,
Yeah.
And I have so much footage of me doing all these things that I would love to post, but all the VHS tapes got ruined in Katrina. So it's all gone.
Oh, man.
Yeah, my friend's house got flooded and everything was fucked. But, man, I would kill to see like a 13-year-old me fucking backside flipping down a 4-stair.
I had a similar story happen with my uncle, but it wasn't Katrina, and it was just a basement flood that happened in Kansas where it ruined his Playboy and comic book collection.
Oh, that sucks.
He had like every Playboy, like in mint condition. Well, probably not in mint condition. Probably
sticky.
a few stains here and there, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
But there was tons of original Batman and Superman comics.
No,
dude, I have one that he's like, yeah, you can just have it now. It has so much water damage on it,
brutal, man.
Yeah, so he had like stacks of like pristine comics from back in the day, and it was just like a basement flood that happened. So
yeah.
I'm trying to compare my uncle's basement flood to Katrina.
Well, hey, it's all water damage,
right?
Isn't that funny how this is me, the booze talking, but things in the world really balance out. Everything evens out. Like water keeps us alive. There's fish. You can eat the fish. You can go swimming in it. It's beautiful. And then it can fuck you up.
Yeah.
At the same time, everything has an up and a down. It could ruin your Playboys, or it could be a pool party.
Yeah. Or give you sustenance for life.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Drinking it in the middle of a desert, it saves you.
Yeah.
You're saving grace or you're falling grace.
Yeah, then it can drown you. Yeah, so it's
Falling Grace.
Oh, that's a good 90s band, Falling Grace.
Welcome back. You're listening to Falling Grace on 95.7 The Kill.
Damn, that was good. I'm hard.
Nice. Next up, we have Mark Norman's erect penis on the show.
He's quiet, but he's got one eye.
He's got one eye. He's sailing the 7 seas and cutting through mashed potatoes left and right.
Oh, wouldn't that feel good to cut through mashed potatoes with a boner?
Oh, absolutely. Just slide some mashed potatoes back and forth over your ding dong.
Yeah, putting your dick in food is underrated.
Yeah. When was the last time you put your dick in food?
It's been a minute, but when I was a kid, all my friends, we would, they'd go pee and you'd be like, oh, let me fuck his taco real quick. And then he comes back and eats the taco and we all laugh.
Yeah, I put some Oreos in my butthole and,
wow.
and tried to put it on a friend's lip once.
Really?
Yeah.
That was the best night of my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to fuck things in my fridge, so I'm sorry, Mom and Dad, but they'd go out of town and you were so sexually weird.
Welcome back to Fridge Fuck with Mark Norman.
Yeah, and you're so sexually curious and weird that you'd rip open that Daisy sour cream and then close it right up and go back to The Simpsons. Yeah, you never did that? You'd fuck you'd put a cantaloupe in the
I
microwave?
mean, I was more of a Cool Whip guy.
Oh, hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was a little lighter. I like the sour cream had some density.
Man, I had a buddy who, and now this is some ingenuity right here. He hollowed out an apple, okay?
Okay.
He took the core out of the apple, so it's just the apple.
Uh-huh.
And then he used that as a fleshlight growing up. Yep.
Organic
flesh.
That doesn't keep the doctor away, ironically.
No,
but
not at all. Just
apples-
rashes and irritations.
yeah, they're not soft. They're squishy.
And also, especially if it's Granny Smith or you and a granny stuff.
Yeah, G-MILF.
Yeah.
I would have to go with a Red Delicious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're exotic, hit that Fuji girl. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing wrong
Yeah.
with that. How about a little Gala?
Oh yeah. What about what's that delicious?
Honey Crisp?
Honey Crisp.
Is that something? Or
Golden Delicious. Golden Delicious is one of them.
Okay.
But I think Honey Crisp is another kind of apple.
Something crisp. Yeah. That might be a cereal.
Or maybe you into boys. Maybe you have a Jonathan apple.
Is that an apple?
That's an apple.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Boy.
yeah.
Look at this. We're a couple of fruits.
Yeah, we are.
We know our produce,
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, we do.
All right. Apple a day. That was exciting. And good computers.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, great computers.
That's all I use. I got all my apples are like a bunch of women in a house. They're all synced up. I got my laptop charging my phone, which is charging my headphones, which is charging my asshole. It's kind of sexy how
It's all a snake
Yeah.
wiring, just like in this this forever loop around my house. Yeah.
the iPad is hooked up to the anal and the queef and the semen. It's like kind of a
It's
metaphor.
It's the weirdest iCloud you've ever seen.
Right.
And when it rains, it pours.
Oh, you got that
man.
right. He's a squirter.
Hey.
We're having too much fun. We're doing some mouth queefs.
Yeah, we are. all the tricky forbidden sounds in the bedroom.
Yeah, I love a queef.
What's the worst sound you've heard in the bedroom?
Get out, or I just woke up. Maybe this is the police.
Right.
Yeah. Good band, but no, I see a lady now who maybe I have a small dong or she's got a huge vag or something, but it's just like right when I pull out, it's like her vag had a bad day, like yeah, it's crazy, and it's like a wacky flappy, like those what's the thing outside of the used car lot,
The wacky wavers.
Yeah, the wavers. That's what her labia is wiggling and waggling like that. It's pretty wild. It looks like when Barney on The Simpsons burps and it's like his lips kind of yeah, that's what it looks like.
When you pull out, you just hear, "Oh no!"
Yeah, this was a big mistake.
A big mistake. What's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that last year I broke my arm skateboarding?
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. 30.
Are you 30?
Yeah, about to be 31.
Oh, good for you, man. You're still young.
Yeah. Broke it. I never got to a great skill level skateboarding, but I've always loved it. Like since I was a teen, I'd go with buddies and stuff. And I tried to drop in on a ramp that was a little bit too tall for me, and I pancaked on the cement. I just literally, it went under me, and I just fell really wrong.
What, you just caught a toe, or how come you went straight down?
Because my foot came off the front of the board.
Oh, that's what it is.
I don't think I committed quite enough to like on the bolts, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
But I committed in the wrong way where I'm like, no, I'm going to stick it through rather than run it out. And I just went,
and it was it the upper arm, the
right
femur?
here.
What do you call it? The fore?
this forearm area up here, like right below the elbow.
Now I've snapped ankles, I've hurt fingers, but what does an arm break feel like? I'm so curious.
Oh man, it's one of the worst pains I've ever been in because I've like
such a crazy.
I've chipped teeth. I've cracked my head open. I've sprained ankles.
Same.
But I'd never broken anything before, and at first I was like I was gonna wait it out. Like I literally sat on some bleachers and I laid down because I was like, oh, I think I'm just in pain. Like I'll let this ride out. And I was like, if I'm still in pain in 15 minutes, then something's up.
Yeah.
And I was sweating. I just started sweating profusely, and the pain would not go away. And there was like this kind of cholo dude, this like he was like trying to diagnose me, like while I was in pain. He's like, what kind of pain you got, dog?
Oh, that's funny.
And I'm like, I couldn't move it at all, like no rotation, and that was like the big sign that like I probably broke it. Like I couldn't turn it at all.
Oh.
So like just bringing it to my chest to get it close to me was so painful because it was like rubbing up against like the little fracture or whatever it was. And the X-ray came back. It wasn't even like a giant fracture. It was like literally like just like a chip out of, but it was just enough to like really cause a lot of pain.
Now, I'm so fascinated by this. Now, how long does that take to heal? And does it feel, are you back 100% or you feel
back,
weird?
I would say I'm probably about 98%. It was clicking for a while, and I was worried that it was going to be that way forever, but it doesn't click anymore, so it feels pretty good.
All right.
And I've gotten pretty much my strength back, but I've tried to lift weights with it a couple times, and I'm going to have to do some like if I ever want to get to a point where I can lift weights, I'm going to have to do some serious like training to get it up because I never lift weights though. I'm not a weights guy.
Yeah. But they say it's like a car where you know how you get into a wreck and that door never closes just right.
Yeah.
Is it like that?
I think maybe a little bit for sure.
Scary.
Even though I did physical therapy though too. If I wouldn't have done it, I don't think I would have full rotation in my arm anymore because when I broke it, the farthest I could turn it was this far.
Wow.
Was like literally a 10-degree turn.
Yeah.
And then they're like, we need to get you in your rotation where you can do like 120 degrees.
Right.
And yeah.
It's fascinating because you don't, your arm, that's your right arm, dominant. Huh? Yeah. So like, even when you get like a herpy on your lip, you're like, man, I never realized how much I use that part of my lip.
Right.
And then the arm, I can't imagine. That's driving, writing, fingering, you name it.
Yeah, I got really good at fingering with my left hand.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so, you know, some things are made to be blessings.
Yeah, in college they called me White Claw. Yeah. I had the name first.
Oh, man. Oh, no, it's
White Claw. He back, man.
Hey guys, this is going to be your last chance for a 2 free week trial of Monday.com. Guys, this is your last chance for a 2 free week trial of Monday.com. Free week 2 trial. Free 2 week trial of Monday.com. Take advantage of this lifetime opportunity that's once in a while. You can be crazy and for free see Monday.com. For free, you can see how Monday.com can save you crazy amounts of time at work. We use Monday.com here at Jeremiah Wonders for workflow. Isn't that right, Gage? Yeah. It's easy and flexible to set up. If you don't want to be a tool, but you need a good tool, go to Monday.com. You're gonna be hooked on how to customize workflows so there's not confusing miscommunications going on at work. Because guess what? Time is money, baby, and you don't want to lose that time. So sign up at Monday.com and start creating better workflow for your company. That was pretty good, right? So right now, go to Monday.com/wonder. They're going to give you a free 14-day trial. And this offer is only good another month. So don't wait on this and continue wasting time at work.
How many times do I have to tell your ass? Go to Monday.com/wonder.
Get a free 14-day trial and make sure you use that exact link. That's Monday.com/wonder. All right, now let's get back to enjoying this episode of Jeremiah Wonders with our pal, Mark Normand. Let's get into this next segment, fanning out.
Ooh, Dat Fan.
Yeah, it's segments that I just asked you questions about Dat Fan.
All right, I know everything about him.
Okay, there's a show called Last Comic Standing.
Yeah.
What place did... Okay.
First.
So this comes from at Nicholas Bogdanoff on Instagram. Are all of your road sex stories real? I've been listening to old episodes of your podcast, and you come off as Wilt Chamberlain of comedy.
Well, I have a lady now, and she hates all these stories, but I was in a relationship for like 12 years. So I got out of it, and it was like Tinder was new, Bumble was new. I mean, I just went ham, and I really cleaned up. Because you know how, this is going to sound bad, but you know how like, even when you're in a relationship, you're like, oh, she's pretty, or there's a little flirty with her. And so you accumulate a bunch of those. And then once you're single, you're like, all right, well, now I'll cash in on all that I probably could have done. And then that, and then plus the road and booze and apps. I mean, it was fish in an anal. Yeah, so I cleaned up, but I mean, it was a lot of pigs. It was a lot of drunk blackouts where I don't remember much. It was a lot of going to the clinic. So it's like water. It's got its ups and downs.
I like how you start with saying pigs. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not like I was bagging all 10s.
No, there was a few 10s, 9s, and 1s in there, and those were just the ages. No. But there was stuff it was all over the road. But I'm not one of these guys who needs an 11. You know, some guys are like, I won't touch anything that's less than Christy Brinkley or whatever.
Yeah.
I like how that's my go-to reference. She's like 78.
You're like,
old.
I don't care if it's prime beef. I'll have these chitlins over here.
Give me a cold cut every now and then. Give me a bologna.
Yeah.
And then every now and then you want a little
Oscar
Kobe.
Mayer.
Yeah. I'll take a dick, a wiener, put it in my bun.
Sure.
Yeah.
This one comes from this is just funny to me. At Colebra_ on Instagram. How can Tower 7 free fall on its own footprint without being a controlled demolition? That's not so specific a Mark Norman question, but I enjoy that there's 9/11 conspiracy theorists, or
I like that,
or people. Who knows? It could be a fact. Who knows?
I like the conspiracy because I don't give a shit about anything, and then they're like obsessed with the moon landing and 9/11 and all that. I'm like, I wish I cared about anything as much as you care about the moon landing.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? That's crazy. Go get a hobby and hug a child and, rub one out. There's so much internet porn and you're worried about fucking what's it, Buzz Aldrin?
Yeah.
Is that his name? Buzz?
Buzz Lightyear, right?
Oh, yeah, Lightyear. Yeah.
Yeah, he landed on the moon, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. Up and away or whatever. Beyond.
To infinity and beyond.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, look at you knowing the Pixar.
Hey, man.
I love Pixar.
Yeah. Big Pixar guy.
Yes.
Bats McQueen. What's the funniest thing you've put in your mouth?
Jesus H. Anal. Well, I ate a girl's anal in Wisconsin years ago.
Was it the gland or the full anal?
The hole, the rectum. What do you call it? The
sprocket,
the entrance. Yeah, the outlet,
the alleyway.
Yeah. But no, I guess I used to lick batteries as a kid. I ate a paperclip once and had to go to the hospital.
That's like your comedian origin story is you licked batteries as a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's the montage footage of you training to be a comedian is putting paper clips and licking batteries in your mouth.
Right, I got to get stronger. But yeah, I ate a paperclip on accident and it was like undone. Like if somebody had spooled it out.
Oh, no.
It landed in my food and I ate it. And I had it. You could see in the x-ray, it was just like... And I couldn't breathe. I couldn't swallow. It was fucking me up, so I had to get that removed.
How did they remove? Did they just go through with?
They just got that little doohickey. They knocked me out, and put it in, and just and then yanked it out. And I had a little tearing, but I was fine in a couple days.
Wow.
I've been to the hospital quite a bit. I'm a nuisance to my folks, I'm sure.
Well, was that one of your weirdest injuries you've had? Was the paperclip? You've had a stranger one.
I tore my sack in college jumping a fence.
What?
Yeah, true story. This is a fun story. So I was at a party, like blackout drunk, and I was making out with this gal on a couch. And these 4 guys come up to me and go, "That's my girl." I'm like, "Well, she's making out with me. Go slap her around the alleyway." And they can't hit her, so they're like, "Let's go outside." And I was so drunk, I was like, "All right, let's do it." And then I get out there, and they're like, "Ricky, Tom, Bob, Jim, Matt." And like, I all of a sudden, he's got 8 guys in polo shirts. And I'm standing there like, oh, shit. So I go, "Bring it on, dickless." And I see a fence, and I just jump it right next to me. And I swing one leg over. And I couldn't get the other one, and I just straddled it. And it was spikes on top. It was a wrought iron black fence. And I just slowly leaned over, and then I was hanging on the other side of the fence by my pants. And they're all laughing, and they're loving it. And I was so embarrassed, and eventually the pants ripped, and I hit the ground. It was like out of a cartoon. And I ran home, with my asshole between my legs, and fell asleep, woke up to my alarm going off at like 7 a.m. because I had work. So I was like, I was so drunk and hungover and everything. I put my work uniform on. I was a waiter. I get to work, and you start sobering up, and you're like, man, my balls are killing me. What the hell? And it was like a stinging pain, not like kicked in the ball pain.
Yeah.
So I look in the mirror in the bathroom, or I look downtown, and I just had a sack with a huge tear in it. There was a piece of skin flung off. The skin was black because it was dead. And I could see inside my bag. It was horrific. So I went up to my boss or manager, who was like a nom vet. I remember name was Mr. Dave. And I was like, Mr. Dave, you got to let me go to the hospital. He's like, no, you're not. I know you're drunk. You're not pulling that bullshit anymore. And I go, come see this. And I show him the balls, and he goes, get the fuck out of here. So I ran to the hospital. I fell asleep in the waiting room. And they brought me in. They were like, wow, if you would have waited like a couple more hours, you would have lost a ball. Oh. And they sewed it up in front of me. They injected it with Novocaine, sewed it up in front of my eyes. And then, of course, the hot nurse lady comes in to put Neosporin on it. And I'm like, I got an acorn sitting in a pube patch and a giant mushy ball bag that's spread out onto the floor like a goddamn, hot gum. And, it was a bad experience. I had to wear a jockstrap for a month.
Wow.
Yeah, brutal, man.
I think Mr. Dave is actually calling in right now.
Oh,
I think
please.
he wants to reminisce about the vision that he saw that day.
Yeah, he was a scary guy.
Is this Mark Norman?
That's it. He has a mustache.
Is this Mark Norman?
This is he.
Is Mr. Dave here?
Oh, Dave, sorry. I'm going to make it up to you. I missed work, but I think I had a pretty good reason.
Listen, the sight that I saw that day, inside of another man,
yes.
It's the scariest shit I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, this is worse than Charlie. I mean, this is terrifying.
It's damn worse than Charlie. I saw a lot of shit over there.
Yeah,
But you showing me your weight of balls and going to the hospital was the most frightening thing I've ever seen in my life.
Even more scary than that rice paddy where you got shot at by those crazy Viet Cong.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. I've been shot at. I've had limbs almost blown off of my body, but looking at Mark Norman's flailing ball sack right before he returned to work was one of the scariest things I've ever seen. And every night before I go to sleep, I see your nutsack.
Oh, you and me both, sister. I have to look at it all the time. Sometimes will just stroke them, but I still got the scar there, Mr. Dave.
And do women find that attractive, or do you try to grow out your pubic hair over it?
I try to get the my ball sack looks like Seal's face.
Do you do like a comb over with your pubes over the scar?
I should, but they're so damn curly, they won't go over. They're very right wing. They won't go to the left.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I just had to tell you that I've been cursed with seeing the vision of your ball sack for all these years.
I'm sorry you had to see that, Mr. Dave, but hey, you've seen it all. You know what you're doing. You're a tough guy.
Thank you.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
I mean, he really had to get that off his chest that it's been haunting his dreams, man.
I believe it. I mean, it was a sight to see.
Dude, I mean, just the way you painted it visually, I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
This is another guy with balls. I was like, oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm so lucky I didn't just rupture something or cut, my innards or whatever. It just tore the actual sack, but the sack is so tough. You really get a feel of your ball. It's like elbow skin. It's thick and gooey.
Yeah. It reminded me of whenever you're painting that picture, sometimes on those old school doors where when the people want to look at you outside of their door without fully opening the whole door, they'll open that little window. Section of the door. That's what it reminded me of.
That's
is that
good.
that little window was opening up and you saw like the inside of your testicles and your soul, and there's just like it's like the Men in Black scene where that little guy is controlling it. It's like a little Mark Norman in there.
Yeah, it was like Pulp Fiction. I looked in, it was glowing, like the briefcase. But yeah, that's good. It was just like that. It was wild in there. It was just worms and wiggles and veins.
Oh.
I'm lucky. It's weird because the ball sack, you think if it opened, it would just pour out with blood, but you could...
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, did you wake up with like blood stains all over your...
Not really, no. I mean, there was initial blood from the tear.
Right.
But nothing was gushing out.
Oh, my goodness.
I think the balls, they know what they're doing there. That was a good invention. They've tidied that up.
You cut your balls open and then just semen pours out. It's just like a puddle. Oh, it's so gross.
That's funny.
All right.
Good times.
Good times. Eero23. Hey, Mark, have you ever had any adverse side effects from the massive amounts of Chipotle you've consumed over the years?
I eat it 3-4 times a week. I had it yesterday. I mean, it's guac and chicken and rice and veggie. But I got to tell you, I think Chipotle, if you really get down to the brass queef, I don't think it's that bad for you. I know it's fast food and it's a chain and all that.
And
but
it's better for you than probably a lot of other things.
Yeah, it's brown rice. Okay, we're all right there.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken, not bad.
Yeah.
Pico de gallo, 2 salsas, and guac and corn. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with sour cream. I don't put cheese on it.
Then that's a pretty healthy version of...
Basically
That's probably
rice.
the most healthy thing you can get there.
It's rice, chicken, and vegetables,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
But people give me shit all the time.
Well, you post a lot about it too, right?
I'm a fan. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
hoping to get the black card, African American card, from them. Apparently, Jezelnik got one, Mulaney got one, but I think I say too many horrible things.
And those guys say some pretty out there stuff too,
Well, I guess,
but
you're
in
right.
a different way.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I guess I don't know, and I'm not famous.
Not yet.
All right.
No, you're burgeoning, my friend.
Not
It's
after
exciting.
this.
It's exciting to see everything that's going on with you,
Oh,
dude. You've
thanks,
done,
man.
dude. I've seen most of your late night sets. It's really cool. I was at actually years ago. I don't know if you remember this. I was at your Conan taping.
What? Which one?
Yeah, I went with Barry Sobel to your
is
Conan
that
taping.
right?
I was there. That was years ago.
He kind of, Sobel's a kook, but he's a nice guy.
He's a very nice guy. Yeah.
And you can hear him if you watch that clip.
Oh, he's dying.
and clapping, and his
Yeah.
laugh is very pronounced and specific. So yeah, that's a funny thing to go back to. I didn't know you were there.
No, that was it was before we really knew each other.
Yeah.
Because
well, that was 2013, so you must have been like, what, 11?
no, 2019 I would have been 2013, sorry. 2013 I would have been out in LA, already been out here like 4 years.
Okay, but you were what, 25?
But like only a few years into stand up.
Yeah.
So I would have been I would have been 23.
Wow.
Is that right?
Just
Yeah,
a
23.
young, pubeless Jer.
Yeah, so that was because he hit me up. He's like, "You want to go to my buddy's late night set taping?" I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah, it's TV.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
and then it's just so funny how the business works out. Like I
Right.
got to know you like way later on after that, but
Right.
You are the first late night taping I've ever attended.
Hey, I'll take it. That's the cool thing about comedy is it's so much less pretentious than every other art form.
Yeah.
Even though I'm using the word art form, which is pretentious. But like some bar guitar guy who just plays bar songs.
Yeah.
He'll never meet Mick Jagger.
Right.
But guys like us who'll do clubs and a little touring here and there, could meet Seinfeld. Like he's the Mick Jagger or Kevin Hart or, whoever the hell is huge. Bill Burr, and we could work with them very conceivably.
Yeah.
It's not that crazy, but to meet Paul McCartney as a bar drummer or something, probably not going to happen.
Yeah, it's kind of funny also just association with like these different comics and stuff. Like we've both done shows with like you've worked with like Amy Schumer and different big comics like that, where friends back home sometimes think because you're associated that you have the same paycheck level.
Of course.
Where it's
of
like,
course.
no, it's not like that. I'm like, I happen to be on the same show that they are.
Yeah.
They're also gracing the
Exactly.
show with their presence with.
Exactly. Yeah, they're probably working out new shit.
Yeah,
or something.
and we're doing our like
tried and
Titus.
true.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's always interesting. Like whenever, like I had a friend who hit me up out of the blue. I went to high school with. He's like, "It seems like things are going pretty well. I want to see if you'd like to invest in my company." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't know how to tell you this, but it's not like that for me at all. Like
I'm starving.
Yeah.
It's true. You're right. It's the ignorance around comedy. I don't get upset at it. I find it humorous, but it's funny how it's so. Hey, you're doing. You should do Fallon. And you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to. You should do. Why don't you do Netflix? Like, maybe the fact that I can't just put something on there. They got to pick you. You cunt. What are you, crazy? Wouldn't every single comic have a special then?
Yeah.
It's so silly.
Yeah.
All right.
This one is an interesting question. At Epic Good, they asked, "Are you really as sad and depressed as you hinted to numerous times on JRE? Because you're awesome and you're loved."
Oh, well, the wiring and the core, I feel like you can't really fuck with it. So I'm not depressed. I'm very grateful for my life, and I'm very aware of what I get to do and all that crap. But like, yeah, I got like a ribbon. They have like ice cream with like a caramel ribbon.
Yeah.
Going through. I got a ribbon of sad and depressed and insecure and all that. But I've managed it. I'm 35 years old, so I know how to kind of do my levels pretty good. And I drink too much, and that adds to the sadness. So I got to cut back on that, and I'm getting older. But yeah, it's always going to be there. You see David Tell, who to me is like one of the most brilliant savant level comedic guy. He's just a great comedy brain. And he's always like, I'm a hack. I suck. And people are like, how could he? I used to grow up thinking, like, how could he hate himself? He's so funny. He's so genius and clever. And then now I get it. It's always there. It's like supermodels. These beautiful women who are like, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm gay, and all that. And you're like, what are you kidding? You're how could you say that? You're in a photo shoot right now in Milan.
Right.
You're a zillionaire. But I get it. If it's in you, it's in you.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's actually Gatorade and Depression's slogan. Is it in you?
Is it in you? Yeah. And Epstein's favorite sentence.
Is it in you?
Yeah.
Yes. This one comes from people also do suggestions for different scenes or characters sometimes, and this is from Matt.has wants us to do valet drivers who find a human hand in the glove box.
What's that mean?
They want us to act out what we would do if we were a couple valet drivers who find a human hand in the glove box.
Oh, wow. All right.
Should we take a crack at it?
Yeah, I don't speak Spanish, unfortunately. But I'll try. I'll go Dr. Cholo here.
Okay. All right.
But why are there two valets in a car?
I don't know.
Wouldn't it? Well, we'll just go with it. Maybe I'm teaching. You're a new guy.
Yeah.
And I'm showing you
I love it.
how to do the job.
Okay.
Hey, man, you sitting shotgun and watch what I do, bitch.
Yeah, sure. All right. Sounds good.
Oh, wait, we're ourselves?
No. But
okay.
I was going to be you.
Oh, okay, great.
This is Mark Normand as a valet driver on his first day with another valet driver.
Okay, all right. Let me start from the top because I can't do the accent.
Okay.
I'll go British because for some reason people don't find that's not considered racist. Isn't that weird?
Right.
All right. Righto, governor. All right, there you are. You sit there. I'll show you the ropes, you piece of garbage. Now listen up. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
All righty. I'm going to drive this stick shift down the Mulholland Drive here, and this is where we park the cars. Take a look at that glove box. Maybe there's some porn or jizz or money in there.
Yeah, you never know. Let me check real quick.
All right, give it a gander.
All right, yeah. Oh, my God, it's a human hand.
Holy hell.
Whoa.
That's a new one. Who is this guy? Some kind of son of Sam? Serial killer?
I don't know. What do we do with it?
I'd say, is there a ring on it? Is he married?
Yeah. It's a wedding band. Should I take it off? I don't know.
I don't know. Then you get your prints on it. Maybe we should read his palm. Maybe we should take it into the precinct.
Actually, I know a psychic right down the street. Let's take it to her real quick.
Oh, that's a good idea.
All right.
First, give me a hand job with it, will you?
Sure, yeah.
All
Wait,
right.
it's a man's hand.
I've always wanted to know what
Is that all right, or what's going on here?
Yeah. Give me that kung fu grip.
All right, let me close it around there and okay. And
okay.
Oh no. You came all over the hand. What do we do now? Should we still take it to get a reading?
No. Now our DNA's on it. Just toss it out the window. It'll roll down the hill.
Okay, I guess we'll toss it.
Oh, thank God. All right. Well, that's going to be a weird find because now my jizz is on it, your fingerprint, and his hand.
Yeah, how did all these add up?
I don't know. It's going to be quite a Forensic Files
episode.
Hey, good synchronized.
Pretty good.
Well
Yeah,
done.
pretty good.
See, it's fun to talk like that.
It is fun to talk like Mark Normand.
Uh-huh.
It's a good one.
You know, I grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood.
No. One thing about you, I feel like it always sounds like you're doing asides. You know what I mean? Just the way you talk. Like I don't know how to tell you this, but we're best friends.
Right. Well, people get so weird about racial stuff. But,
Yeah.
People always say
in New Orleans, right?
Yeah. I grew up in Treme, which is a tough little hood. And people always say, if you grew up in a black neighborhood, why do you sound like that? And I think it's because I went the other way. Like most white kids from the suburbs talk black.
Tried to adapt,
Yeah.
and start sounding a little bit more like changing their colloquialisms and everything to fit the neighborhood. And you're like, hey, no, this is how I talk.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I didn't want to sound black because I'm not black, but because I was steeped in blackness, whereas a suburb kid in a gated community has zero black, so I think he overcompensates.
So he's trying too hard.
With the wiggerness, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for me, it was just like, all right, I don't want to. I got enough black already around me. That sounds bad. But you know what I mean? Like, so why would I talk black?
Right, yeah. Why try to be something that I'm not whenever I'm already friends with this community
Right,
or
yeah.
whatever?
Also, all Indian guys I know are going black. Have you noticed that?
No.
They're all my Indian
Are they
friends
talking a little bit like
talking like urban-y, streety.
Really?
Yeah, which I'm like, hey, when did this happen?
Yeah.
I've
well,
grown up with them, and they were Indian.
It
their whole
also
life.
it happens with the Asians out here, like in Orange County and stuff like that, and different neighborhoods. They talk like they'll try to talk with like some kind of like hood kind of like accent.
Oh, come on, you're Asian.
Yeah.
Deal with it. You're stuck with that Asian there. I'm sorry.
Okay, I just got back my Ancestry.com results, and it says you're Asian. Deal with it. What is
Yeah.
what is going on here?
Well, hey, you'll have a good test score, but you might not get into UCLA. Poor Asians, huh? They're so smart and they get screwed.
Crazy poor Asians.
Wow.
It's a new film coming out from Lionsgate.
That changes everything. Then it's like a hobo who's like, deranged and Asian. But it sucks. They're so smart that they're pushing them out of college.
Nice.
Thank you. But you think black people ever sit back and go, man, everybody wants to be us. It's fucking cool. It's a weird dichotomy. I don't even know what that word means, but black people are like marginalized and racial prejudice, whatever. And yet people want to act like them. It's a weird, like if you were an alien, you'd be like, okay, so these people have it hard. And yet everybody's acting like them.
Yeah.
And stealing their clothing and
so do you
vernacular.
think that in 20 to 50 years from now that white people are going to start acting like Hispanics or more like gay people? Because people are saying right now that like a lot like gay people and I feel like Hispanic people, like with the stuff that's going on with like the potential wall and everything that's happening, they're saying that this is their time right now of like going through like anguish. They're comparing themselves to black people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I get the Hispanic with the wall, but where's the gay come in?
The gay came in with like when they couldn't get married, so that's already like happened. Right. But that was like it's more trans right now. You know what I mean?
Trans,
like that community, like they're saying that they're going through their anguish right now in history. So
can you compare that to slavery though? I mean, that seems like a big nugget.
Big jump.
Big jump. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Look, they got it tough with the trans.
But my question is, are white people going to start acting like trying to replicate the trans and the Hispanic culture like in 20 years from now, like because we're appropriating their culture? If they're, I'm just spitballing.
It's interesting. Well, it seems like whatever group is the most oppressed gets the most mimicked.
Yeah,
and so it makes you wonder, were Native Americans, back in the day, were white guys acting like Native Americans?
Yeah, were they putting like a little feather?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's where the feather in the hat comes from. In the fedora. Whoa.
I like it.
Yeah.
I love stuff like this.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, who knows if we're...
I mean, it could be complete BS, but it's one of those things where,
it's fun to think about.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I had moccasins.
I did too.
That's all, woo shit.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah.
Huh.
I like it.
I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Oh,
there you go.
By the way, what happened there with the Redskins? That's the biggest outrage, the title of the team, and then nobody cares anymore?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. Do we still care or do we not care?
I don't know.
Consistency. Stick to something, people.
Let's go into this next segment, the kindness challenge.
Ooh.
All right, so every week I ask the listeners as well as myself, I challenge them to do something nice for somebody out of the kindness of their heart. It can be something really small. It can be something big. It can be somebody that they know, or it could be a complete stranger. And I challenge them to do something nice for them, just anything basically to contribute something positive to society. And they send in their letters to jeremiahwonders@gmail.com, which I encourage you to do the same. And I read them on the show in a voice that I wonder what they might sound like. And then we kind of talk about it.
Great.
And then see if we've done anything maybe nice for somebody recently that we can recall. So this one comes from a guy named Mitchell. I don't have many tips to what his voice sounds like. He didn't tell me where he's from or anything. So just based off of reading this, here's the voice that I'm deciding to do.
All right. Now, what do I do here? Sorry.
You're just going to listen to this story, and we're going to analyze it here in a second.
Okay,
It's a quick letter.
Hey, Jeremiah, I recently did a very small act that saved an elderly lady several thousands of dollars of damage to her vehicle. While driving down the road, I noticed the vehicle behind me had an open hood, not fully open, but popped, and sitting on the safety latch. I knew these safety latches aren't perfect and easily fail. We approached a traffic light, and it turned out yellow just as I approached it, and I was able to stop at it. I immediately got out and walked back to the elderly lady with a handicap placard in her window. She was rolling her window down with a panicked look on her face. I motioned and said, "Your hood is open." I then pushed it down, latching it, and walked back to my vehicle. It may not seem like much, but had she gotten on the interstate like this, there's no doubt in my mind her hood could have blown up, smashing the windshield, and possibly causing an accident that killed her.
Yeah, all right, hero. I mean, this guy likes himself more than anyone else likes him, but good for him. He saved an old bag. That's good news.
It's very intense. The way he wrote it is very intense.
It is, but can I just say this about those things? It's a bummer when you save the day preemptively because you get no credit. Like, everybody goes, oh, yeah, well, good for you. But if we could see what would have happened and this old lady would have died a fiery death, and then you get to see that this guy saved it, it's so much better. It's so much more gratifying than when you go, yeah, I actually saved the day, but you'll never know it.
Right.
You
like
don't get the
almost
credit.
showing them the future footage of what would happen and then latching the hood.
Exactly. We don't think about that enough. Like that, he saved the day, maybe or maybe not, but we'll never know it, and he gets no credit for actually being a hero. But if you actually save a lady in the middle of a knife fight, then you're a hero. But this guy's as much of a hero, but you didn't see the outcome, so you get no love.
Yeah. Have you done anything recently that would qualify as like a kindness challenge that you would be like, oh yeah, that I did something nice for a pal or maybe a stranger or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, this is stupid, but a friend of mine, I'm trying to help him out in the business, and so I've been having him open for me, and so I'm not the richest guy in the birdhouse, but he's like, I tried to get him out to a club, and they were like, yeah, you can have him, but we don't have anywhere to put him. And I said, well, hey, do you have any friends in this town? He goes, no. And I go, does the club have a condo? They said, no. So I just got him a hotel. And, that kind of hotels eat a big chunk.
Of course.
So he was very grateful. That's nothing, but that was like 2 days ago. That's the only thing I can think of.
No, that's super nice.
Try.
I mean, anything that cuts into, like your actual weekend, that's a big deal.
Yeah, because the whole point of the weekend is to make money.
I know.
And then you lose the money. But he's a good egg, and I know how much that means to him. People have helped me so much financially that that's
what I think is really cool about just like the comic mentality and nature is it's truly like everybody's trying to climb this invisible ladder together, but once you get to a certain point, you remember how many other bigger comics helped you climb rungs before you. So you're like, all right, I gotta keep this going.
You gotta keep it going. Yeah, totally. And I used to do a thing back when you're broke, you're so stingy. I was such a chiseler. And when somebody's house burns down on Facebook, they're like, I lost everything I own. Here's a GoFundMe I've created. I used to go, I don't have any money. I mean, that's a bummer, whatever. But now I just go, give them a couple $100. I just do it immediately and don't even think about it. And then you don't really notice it, but just do it right away. Don't sit there and go, well, how much money do I have? Just give them $100, $200, $300, and then move on. Just do it quick.
Yeah.
So we had a friend who got really hurt, so I just gave him a ton of money right away. Or like, hey, the tsunami happened. Just donate it.
Yeah.
And then move on with your life.
That's what I try to do if I have a little bit of extra money around. I'm just like, I can maybe spare like at least $20 or $50.
Yeah, that helps. And I hate all these douches who just tweet all day like, the world is evil. We need to stop this and stop that. Like, go do it.
Yeah.
Just send money and stop telling us how great you are.
Treat it like a parking ticket. If you pay the parking ticket right away, then it's not as much of a sting as like looking at your bank account and being like, oh, I have no money in my bank account, and this is like $100 ticket or something.
That was a big lesson when I first started driving my dad's car. He got a parking ticket because of me, and he was like, well, it's $25. If you don't pay it by this time, it's $50. And I went, yeah, I got it. And then lo and behold, I didn't pay it. Now it's $50. So I'm like, I just doubled my money loss because I was an idiot.
Yeah.
So that stuck with me.
Yeah. Well, we're going to close out the show with this final segment called Sax Talk.
Ooh, Sax on the beach. Sax Fifth Avenue. Sax
it up.
There you go.
Sexual offender.
Yes.
So basically, I prepped Mark before the show. He's going to share a story of a sexual encounter while I play some sweet, sweet saxophone underneath. And whenever you're ready, I will follow you along with this sax. So do you have a story that you're ready to tell?
Sax sells. Yeah, I got one.
Sax sells. All right, here we go.
Ooh, I gotta pee. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, I'll give you the quick version. When I was in high school, we had the day off for some reason on a Monday. So it's Sunday night, and me and my friend said, "Well, what should we do?" So we just drove around New Orleans, popping into any bar we could. I was probably like 16, 17. And some bars, they're so shitty and divey, they wouldn't card you. So we go in, and we're drunk, and we see this girl, and she's really pretty, but she's like 25. We're 16 or 17. And we try to hit on her, and she's like, "Get away from me." And her mom was there. This is how white trash it was. Her mom was sitting at the bar, so the mom struck up a conversation. She's like, "Hey, she won't talk to you, but I will." And then the mom goes, "I got this new car. You guys want to try it out with me?" So we go, "Sure." So we're in the car, and I'm in the back seat. It's like a Mustang convertible. And I go, "Hey, my friend's got a huge dong." She goes, "Let's see it." So she starts jerking him off in the front seat. And she goes, "Hey, I own a salon. You guys want to come to my salon?" So we go to her salon. She starts cutting our hair and blowing us. We're in the makeup or the chair, the haircut seat. I'm getting a haircut. She'll cut and blow, cut and blow. And then she started crying about how her husband never bangs her. And we had a couple glasses. She had some Franzia at the salon, I remember. So I'm 17. I got a lopsided haircut and a boner. And we banged in her salon all night. And this is pre-Uber and everything, so we got the hell out of there after that. But we had a great night with this hair lady. Thank you, and that's it. I still get a hard on every time I'm at Supercuts. Here, here. That was good. Boy, you can really... The sax is underrated.
Right?
Yeah, it's so sexy and throaty.
Yeah, man.
It's been associated with porn and, sex scenes, but it's a good instrument.
It's a fun one.
Yeah.
And that was that's a great story, having literally hair that's like still big on one side and like short on the other. And you're like, but I'm getting blown, so I guess it's all right.
Yeah. She was an adult, so it was like the whole thing was insane. She had her own business with a fridge.
And you said you're 17?
17, 16. Whoa. We were young, man. Yeah, New Orleans, crazy place.
Statutory.
Oh, completely.
That's so cool, man.
Nobody cares about the guy getting statued.
Everybody's like, that's so cool, man. You got a haircut?
And a haircut. And she gave us some products, too. Like, here's some gel and all that shit. It was like a great visit.
Here's some coupons to come back and see me.
Yeah. I hope she's doing all right.
I'll toss your cell the next time you come in.
Yeah, why not? I'll bring the ranch.
Yeah, bring the ranch. Dude, thank you so much for coming in and making the time to drop by, visiting from New York, and you're here in LA only for a short time, so I really appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks. When does this drop?
This will drop in a couple weeks, so do you have anything to plug or anything that will be for the month of October?
Okay, I'm all over the road. Just listen to my podcast, Tuesdays with Stories.
With Joe List.
Yeah, we'd have you on, but we don't have guests. Every time we have a guest, they yell at us.
I hit up, I hit you up when I was releasing my album. I was like, I don't know if you guys have guests or not, and you're like, we don't really.
Yeah,
and
just for the live episode. So if you're in town for a live ep, we'd love to have you. But
yeah.
Mark,
and you've been on Kill Tony when this airs. You will have been on Kill Tony a couple times now. And dude, we love having you on as a guest.
I'm excited about Monday.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah, I'm excited. The main room, baby.
Yeah. So check out Mark, all of his late night sets. I highly implore you, if you are just a fan of comedy, or if you are a comedian and you want to see how a good late night set is done, check him out on Conan or Fallon and everything else. And did
that
give
come
a little,
through?
I don't know if the two came through.
Damn.
So
right.
close.
That was a good one. Shit.
Oh,
I
man.
missed the mic with my asshole.
Yeah, you kind of overshot it a little bit.
Woo,
Well,
Jesus H.
Well, Mark's farting to close out the episode.
I got to piss.
He's
Brace
got to
up.
piss.